Hello everybody, it's day 29. Let me pull my stuff out here. I can kind of see what I got, but I don't remember everything. Oops. What have I got going on? Okay, that's interesting. Look what I pulled. Y'all, this is one of my little make-do kits. It's not from a collection, so... Okay, I see why I did it too, because I've got the blue sky. Well, let me show you the sketch first. I'm so sorry. March 29th is by Rebecca Becca. Now, I suspect I don't know that that's true. I was going to say, I suspect she's got that as a Facebook name for some reason. Maybe I'm wrong. She's kind of got this diagonal design. You could almost call this like a half and half in a way with even, or you could put it, this is kind of an interesting interpretation because you could put a stripe here. You could put a half and half and then even like little ribbons or something. I don't know. And then like an embellishment cluster up here. I'm going to call this a photo with some other photos, maybe a tag or something, and a banner and a tag here. She doesn't really show where the title is, so maybe that could go, I don't know where it could go. I have no idea. And at this point, all I have pulled out I have my photographs. So this is my husband and my daughter on the boat on our cruise, and they were playing shuffleboard for the first time as far as I know. So that's fun. And then I also pulled out this from a bucket list piece of paper. It says, when was the last time you did something for the first time? So I think in my mind, what I was imagining was maybe this was the square. I have no idea, you guys. Maybe it goes like this. That's cool. Okay, maybe like that. And then, I honestly do not recall what I had in my mind to be the outside versus the inside versus... Okay, so what if I did the half and half? If I did the half and half, I could do half... Y'all, I am sweating. I just did a run, and it's 88 degrees outside. Y'all, I'm actually filming this February 28th, 6th, 7th, one of those days, right here at the end of February, and it's 88 degrees outside. Y'all, I'm in Texas. Well, that is disappointing. I may have to cut that now. And then, do I do the half on the brown? I need to think on this for just a minute, because I don't really know what I'm going to do now. So let me think on it, and I'll be back on in a second. Okay, you guys. I cut down I decided the order was going to be the light blue was going to be on top of the little red pattern. And so I cut it down a 1/2 inch. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is take the brown paper with this little, I don't know what that little pattern is on it, and I'm going to trim it. Now, I will tell you that this paper here has some type of embossing stuff on the back side, and you'll see that pattern, and you'll see that in just a minute. But it makes it kind of hard to fold. It's like hard almost, if that makes sense. So I'm going to fold it in half, and then I'm going to use my ruler there to like tear the middle. And so that's going to be, I did decide to go with that half and half design. And then I'm going to actually cut the corner off, and you'll see that all in just a minute. But this has taken me a second because, again, the texture on the paper, it's kind of hard. And honestly, it kind of leaves little debris. I don't know how else to say it. It's like little crinkly debris. The texture is really neat. I mean, when you run your hand over it, it's very bumpy and textury. But it definitely makes it a little challenging to tear. So, in fact, I even started to tear that corner there. It was just odd. I do feel like it's a little bit nautical, though. I don't really remember what collection this came out of or anything, but it's a little bit nautical feeling to me. Okay, so I'm going to put that in that lower right corner. And then on the design, of course, there's like she's got like multiple little strips of things or something showing. Again, you could have interpreted that multiple different ways. So I'm going to cut the bottom right corner off in just a minute. I thought to tear it, and then I thought, you know what? No, it's small enough. I can fit it on the cutter. So I can actually use it on the cutter. And I'll just use my fingernail to kind of real lightly rough it up. Not a lot, because it's not like the point of it's not a tons of torn piece. Although I guess I could have, but I just didn't want to risk messing it up too badly. And it's because of the texture being so challenging. So I flip over that. So now you can see the back side of it. And it's got that blue with the kind of creamy colored circles and stuff. I was trimming off the little debris pieces. Like I said, I don't know how to explain it, but it has a strange little feeling to it. So that's all going to go down the right-hand side. And then I'm I'm going to glue this to the blue. And then I've pulled out, you can see on the far right over there, I've pulled out kind of my, oh my gosh, what's that called? Jute? I don't know. It's almost like a teeny little rope, if you want to think of it that way. And I'm going to end up putting that as around the brown as one of the little strips that are indicated, or the diagonal thing that she's shown on the sketch. I interpreted that as a piece of trim, I guess, if you want to call it that. So, y'all, this cat is sticking her head all over me. She keeps sticking it in front of the phone. That's why I'm a little bit hesitant why I can't see what I'm doing. Now I'm going to glue it. I'll have to use double-sided tape because this twine is a little difficult to, it's very kind of, this is another textural thing. It's a little bit, hard to bend. So this funny how this layout, I got a couple things here that were just kind of hard to bend. So I've taken that and I used some double-sided tape and I wound it around down there. And then I've got my photos and I've mounted those on craft cardstock. And I've got the little cut apart to the left over there. And I'm looking at it and I'm going, okay, I'm going to end up having to put it on matte too. Because at first I wasn't going to, but it just gets a little bit, it doesn't have enough beef to it. You know, it's not beefy enough. Here's where I'm looking at the little fishtail banner. Don't worry, I'm not going to make it brown. I'm not sure why I've got on that side. I'm going to actually cut it in just a moment. I'm going to use the blue side. I'm kind of looking at these photos and thinking, she kind of had two on top of each other and this or that. I'm thinking, do I layer them? Do I not layer them? I did that initially too. I tried that and I go, no, that's not going to look right. So this is because the cut apart to me had a little bit, it wasn't quite beefy enough. So I was kind of struggling with that. So I'm going to take my little piece here and I made my little fishtail banner. And I've also decided to go ahead and mount the cut apart on a very dark brown piece of paper, cardstock rather, because the pattern on the brown paper there is a real dark brown. So I thought, okay, well, that kind of offers a little bit of balance there for that darker piece. I'm going to put that with double-sided tape on top of that blue because that, like I said, that texture is just really strange. I don't know if the ATG would have held it. I might could have used wet glue, but I just decided to go with this double-sided tape. Now, I'm going to, in the upper left, there's that sun. She's drawn like a little sun. First, I'm going to put the foam on here, but there's a little sun up there. And I had pulled out this little set of wood veneers that came in a Hip Kit Club. I'm going to say probably maybe a year and a half ago now. And I've only got like 2 pieces left. And I really kind of wanted to use, I had 3 pieces left. And I wanted to use them all. But one of them really wasn't going to work. So I don't actually use every single piece. I also have this really old, I think that's Quick Quotes, like travel themed. It's actually even nautical, like chipboard pieces. And I really enjoyed this one little piece. Here's like the definition of the word related to needing to travel or something. But it didn't really go with the sketch design. And I struggle with it. It's like, okay, I could have maybe put it on the far right if the photo was a little different. And I thought about that spot up there with this little sun she drew, but because it's a square, I don't know, it didn't fit right to me. I did find this little old chipboard tag. It says travel is my therapy, and that's a true statement for all of us. And I say all of us, meaning my family, not necessarily all of us, period. But so I decided on this little thing here because it looks kind of like a little sun. So I have to trim down my little banner a little bit because otherwise it'll be too big. And I'm going to end up putting that up there. Now, I pull that off, and the little pieces come with it, so I have to poke all those out, so I'm going to cut that away. It just takes me a minute. And I've stuck it up there, and then now I'm going to put that little chipboard tag down there on the right-hand side. I'm going to put foam behind it because it's very dimensional, and I want it to go up over that little twine piece. So that's going to go up over the top of that. That's kind of taking the place of the thing that she had on the right-hand side of the photos that looked like a little tag, not tag, but like a piece kind of came out of the side of the photos. It's kind of taking the place of that. And then I'm going to take the title here. I'm going to call it, the title's going to be An Ultimate Game, which you can see from the title of the video. The funny thing is these little pieces here, these little Heidi Swap pieces are enamel. And I go pull an Ultimate off and it starts like cracking. These are kind of old. You know, sometimes our stuff, it gets old and it's like, oh my gosh, it's just not maintaining its youthfulness in a way. There's these other 2 little pieces. So the one piece came out of the center of that circle, and the other one had like a little design printed on it from the wood veneer.
And I thought those looked kind of cool down there in the lower right. Those were not on the sketch. I just added them. So here's the word ultimate, and you can see it broke. It's like it cracked, and even a little T-piece cracked off. I'll use a little bit of wet glue behind that just to make sure it doesn't come off again, but I was kind of sad. I go, oh my God, you can't tell really when you put it on there, but I'm thinking, oh, you poor little enamel thing, you've just broken. So I'm going to put game underneath ultimate, and then I'm going to put and. I would have put the, but I don't think I had enough E's. Or I might have had one left E and I didn't want to use it or something. I don't know. Either I didn't have enough E's or I had only one left and I thought, I can do a different word. So I did an ultimate game. And my daughter did end up winning that little shuffleboard. So I'll tell you a little quickly. We were just exploring the boat, just walking around, seeing what there was. And they had various little things you could do. And this was just it was on deck 4, I remember. And they had the little sticks and the little puck things just over there. And you could just borrow it, and just play. And they played, and Brooke actually won. You just had to, if you ever played shuffleboard, you take this little stick thing and you kind of push your puck and push it and see if it ends up in the, wherever the score is going to be. And we had a good time kind of watching them play that. I sat down with my mom and my bonus dad and just watched them play. Seth actually sat down and took a nap. It was kind of funny. He's young, but he sure uses all of his energy up, I guess. I did find this little word escape, and I thought that would be kind of pretty glued up there on top of that wood veneer. It just kind of helped it stand out a little bit. And I did not do any mixed media on this, you guys. I actually kind of left it a little bit simple, and I'm contemplating, like, if I journaled, where would I put it? Because it really wasn't, I should have probably put it to the left of the photos instead of the cut apart, but it's okay. I'm sorry. It's real early in the morning. My voice is just not here. So sorry. So anyway, that's all I'm going to do the layout, you guys. So here's the slowdown. You can kind of see the little details you kind of see the little bumpiness of the glossy piece on the paper there, the texture blue paper. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'm so sorry, you guys. This is another one of those blah videos because it's too early in the morning. I shouldn't do these voiceovers at 4 o'clock in the morning. You guys have a great day, and we will see tomorrow for the last layout, you guys, for the month, or for the 30 days. See you later. Bye.